Hi, and welcome to another episode. You know, lots of things really annoy me about Meghan Markle. Every day she kind of puts something out there that gets under your skin and that you can see right through her bullshittery. It's just ironic how this woman walks around in this fairy world, fantasy world, la la world, whatever you want to call it, with her 3,000 personalities and doesn't understand what she's doing wrong. You know, like everyone else, is sick of her lies, sick of her abusing people, sick of her using people, just totally and utterly sick of her bullshit. But something that really sticks in my mind and it really, really aggravates me is the fact that Meghan Markle was willing to murder her unborn child. Let's pretend for a moment that Meghan was really pregnant. Now we have to pretend, because we know it's not true. Meghan was willing to murder her child. The reasoning behind that is because she said she was locked up in this institution where they took away her keys and her passport, and she was bullied and she couldn't get help, mental health help, which is a flat out lie. King Charles got psychologists and psychiatrists and mental health help for Princess Diana. The late Queen's sister got mental health help at the palace. Harry has always had mental health help. So has William. Prince Charles himself has also had mental health help. So the flat out lie that she couldn't access mental health help and hurtling that lie against the royal family is just absolute bullshit. Her mother is supposed to be in mental health. Why didn't she call her mother? We know it's a flat out lie, but the fact that she was willing, if she was pregnant, that's a lie, to murder her unborn child with this fabricated bullshit in her mind that she was getting bullied and she was held captive in the palace, even though she took 13 foreign holidays in her 18 months of service. It's disturbing. If she made up this bullshit lie in her head that she was being bullied, how safe are those children now when she sees all the negativity about herself on the internet? Like Harry's self-confessed in an interview that he was addicted to researching what the media and people were saying about his wife. So for them to say they don't go and research themselves is another lie, as we know. But she would be researching herself every day, seeing the positive and the negative stuff. Now, if that negativity gets to her as bad as the so-called bullying she got at the palace, how safe are those children in Meghan's care? Harry didn't whisk her off to no hospital when she was meant to be pregnant to get mental health help. What a husband should be doing, not going to an event after she has told you that she's going to unalive herself. If your wife is telling you she has thoughts of unaliving herself and taking the life of your unborn child, you would be calling an ambulance to come collect your wife and get her the help she needs, because obviously the hormones or her situation or the pregnancy or something is affecting her mental health and she needs help now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not after an Oprah interview. Now, this minute, this second, because she wants to take your child's life. She wants to murder your child. Oh no, but they dressed up and went to an event. She had smiles all over her face. She was meant to be crying. She was meant to be distraught, and yet her makeup's not sponged. He's clearly distressed at that time. Because obviously he's having flashbacks of his mother wanting to do the same thing. And that's why Meghan said it, because she again wanted to pull on the old Diana trick. Because remember, she studied Diana. She studied her moves. She studied the way she walked, the way she talked, the way she looked at the camera, the way she was pounded by the paparazzi. Meghan put stories out there that whilst in Toronto she was hammered by the paparazzi. No, she wasn't. People in Toronto had said they didn't even know who she was. She's the one that's always called the media. She wants to be as popular as Diana. Her going to these fires are her trying to be Diana 2.0 again, because she wants people to go, she's a humanitarian. I'm here to help. I'm going to get down and dirty in my designer clothes and my designer white shoes while I go to a fire with white shoes on. Hello, duh. I'm going to be Diana. She was willing to murder her unborn child. Let that sink in. And yet no help was given by Harry, when he's supposed to be a founder and a representative for Heads Together. By her mother, who's supposed to be a mental health therapist, one of her 65,000 occupations that the mother does, jailbird being one of them. She's a great cook too, Doria. She knows how to cook up illegal substances. But oh no one could get Meghan mental health, because anybody at the palace that needs mental health help will get it except Meghan, because she's biracial. Piss off. Piss right off. She was willing to murder her unborn child because she, according to her, she was going through a mental health crisis. So now when those children are born, how safe are they in her care? If she has another mental health crisis, is she going to harm them? Because she's already admitted to the world that she was going to murder her unborn child. Crossed her mind. So now, with all the negativity she's got, the most hated person in the world 3 years in a row, how safe are those children? It's something to think about, isn't it? Because if she goes ahead and has another mental health crisis, because obviously she hasn't had the help for it, I don't think those children are very safe at all, especially because she didn't carry them. She doesn't have that bond. She's supposed to love those children extra and protect those children extra because she didn't carry them. So therefore, we would assume that they really wanted those children, so they would be protecting them like no other mother. But they're never around the children. They're supposed to be evacuating the other bullshit story. They're supposed to be evacuating their home. Yet the children are going to go somewhere else. Like I said in my last video, what parent wants their children somewhere else when there's a major disaster coming? If the fire is going to head to wherever the children are, why would you be that distance from the children? Why is she travelling 2 hours to go assess the damage of the fires? Because, she's all of a sudden a fire chief, and leave the children in the line of the fire, apparently, but it wasn't. Why would you leave the children behind? It's going to take you another 2 hours to get there, to save them. These children aren't safe in the care of these two people. One is a psychopath, and the other one's a druggie. How safe are these children? They're supposed to be in the line of succession. They're supposed to be royal children in the line of succession, a prince and a princess. So we've been told. Where's their safety? How safe are they with these two parents? Like I said, one's a druggie and one's a psychotic nutter. She's a nut job. An absolute nut job. Who's looking out for these children? and their mental health. Poor Archie. What story is she going to tell Archie? I was going to murder you. I was so distraught that my keys and my passport was taken away and I was locked up in this castle. I was given millions of dollars worth of clothing, 13 foreign holidays, anything I could possibly want, but I was so locked up like a prisoner in this institution. She belongs in an institution, one with a white jacket, and hopefully a lot of cable ties to keep her still so she can get mental health help. She dissed every single person on this planet that do actually have mental health issues. People that have lost family members, children, to unaliving themselves. She dissed them. She made fun of them. And at the same time was going to murder her own child. This woman is not correct in the head. Those children are not safe with Meghan and Harry. They're supposed to be royal children in the line of succession, yet they are allowed to be unsupervised a lot of the time while these two gallivant wherever they need to go and not look after these children. There's some real concerns there. Some major concerns. If she has another mental health meltdown, because obviously now she has admitted to everyone that she suffers from mental health, if we were to take her word on it, if she has another one of those mental health breakdowns, is she going to harm those children? I mean, is she going to be willing to take their lives? She already told us she was going to take the life of the unborn child. Questions, questions, questions. Those children are not safe. Their mental health is definitely not safe. Destroyed by two parents. Let me know what you think. It's a bit of food for thought, hey. Why was she never given the mental health help that she said she needed from her husband or her mother? Forget about the royal family. It's easy to throw stones at them because, that's what she wanted. She wanted to destroy the royal family. See, the UK's done with them. Australia's done with them. Many other Commonwealth countries are done with them. Now they have to get a good rapport in the States. That's not working for them. Nothing's working for them. Because people see through them. The Duke and Duchess of disaster. They're walking disasters, the pair of them. My concern right now for this video is the safety of those children that are right now listed in the line of succession. So we've been told they're royal children. Let's pretend for a minute that they belong there. How's their safety in the hands of these two perpetrators of disastrous stuff? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. This will be an interesting conversation, I'm sure. Have yourself a lovely day and we shall chat soon. Bye for now.